can't imagine what people are going through when they wake up and they get news like this across their screen. The second biggest bank in the U.S. hit by a major data breach, stealing social security numbers and other personal info. We're going to have to dial into this topic real heavy. Let me bring your attention to this for a second. It's been months since this first happened, and your personal data could have been stolen months ago, and you're just now hearing about it. This is common with these types of breaches. And according to IBM, it takes a company an average of 277 days to report a breach. By then, your information has already been circulating for 9 months. That's horrible right there. Now, this isn't even the first breach Bank of America has announced this year. And last year, Citigroup and JP Morgan both announced breaches. Crazy. Your bank could be breached right now and you could be months away from learning about it. Do you want to give a criminal a 9-month head start? And this is why it's really important to me to talk about our sponsor today, Aura.com. I love how Aura alerts me if they find my phone number, email, or social security number on the dark web. They're going to let me know fast. And if anyone tries to use this information to access my credit or bank accounts. Now, they give me up to $5 million worth of identity theft insurance should the worst case scenario happen. And they provide a bunch of other features that will keep you safe online, all inside one app. Now, I want you to use my Aura link, aura.com/kingdomreacts, and try 14 days on me, okay? This will be enough time for Aura to find out if any of your personal data is exposed. You'll learn about it before one of these companies are forced to notify you. I highly recommend that you do this right now, because the only thing most of these companies are going to do to help you is offer free credit monitoring. Free credit monitoring after all of that? Really? That's like installing security cameras after you was robbed. I'm no longer leaving myself, my family, or even you for that matter, vulnerable to these data breaches. And if you don't want to either, please visit over.com/kingdomreacts and try 2 weeks for free. Now, the second biggest bank in the U.S. hit by this data breach, Bank of America. Okay, so one of America's biggest banks has suffered a security blunder, exposing the social security numbers and other private information of an unknown number of customers. I wonder how. Bank of America has informed clients that their names, account details, addresses, contact information, date of birth, social security numbers, and other government IDs were all exposed when documents were left outside an unsealed container. What? You just leave documents outside? That's what we do. You got people literal lives, their whole livelihoods in your possession, and you just casually leaving them outside? Bank of America said a third-party data destruction vendor was to blame for the breach. According to bank officials, this company was hired to pick up documents from an unnamed financial center on December 30th, 2024, and take them to be shredded for security purposes. Now, what's unfortunate is in this video, I found even more breaches that happened last year and the year before that. And I believe it was even one in like 2020, something like that. So this is a consistent theme. It's starting to make I ain't trying to be no conspiracy theorist and nothing like that, but it makes me wonder, I totally understand that you have people actively coming after these companies. They coming after us and things of that nature, but I would assume that you been of that magnitude and having the type of power and money, you got the best of the best. Heck, if I was them, whoever hacked me, I'ma hire you. Some documents were found outside of the square containers on the exterior of the financial center, the bank said in a statement. Now, Bank of America still hasn't revealed how many customers have been affected by the breach. As of January, Bank of America was providing financial services for 69 million U.S. customers and small businesses. That's crazy. I bet y'all can tell how many people who overdraft or something real quick and how much they owe to the dollar. In the statement to potential victims, let me scroll up. The bank noted that customers could contact their state attorney general for more information about avoiding identity theft, a list that included Massachusetts, New York, Washington, D.C., and Oregon. This is why I keep recommending Aura.com to you guys, because I'm telling you, they got everything put in place to make sure that you get alerted in real time when anytime any of these hackers or scammers or anybody try to get into your information, into your accounts or any sort of critical information of yours, they're going to alert you immediately, which gives you, the ultimate backup plan, right? It's not even a worst case scenario. It's the security that you need at all times. It's honestly, it's just as important as security cameras for your house. Internet security is just that important. In a statement, okay, I already said that. My fault. Just getting ahead of myself. At least 2 Bank of America customers have already been affected by the data breach after their documents were left outside a financial center on December 30th, 2024. The banking giant handles $4.2 trillion in client balances across their entire wealth management operations. This isn't the only data blunder in recent months for Bank of America. Part of the big 4 U.S. banks along the J.P. Morgan, Chase, Wells Fargo, and Citibank. In January, Bank of America revealed that a third-party software company allows someone to gain access to private information of at least 414 banking customers. The hack took place in October 2024 and reportedly affected mortgage loan customers in Maine, exposing their social security numbers, addresses, phone numbers, passport numbers, and loan numbers. I'm telling you, I would much rather be dealing with some spam calls and text messages because I don't want nobody out here being a better me than me at all. Following the latest breach, Bank of America sent a letter to each of the customers that they believe were exposed by the data destruction vendor, promising to minimize the financial impact to their accounts. The vendor cannot confirm if your documents were directly involved or affected, the letter reads. They may have been, and as a result, we are reaching out to notify you in an abundance of caution and support. Bank of America stated it is monitoring accounts and will notify clients if it notices suspicious activity. Bank of America warned that if anyone contacted about this breach may have had their name, account numbers, addresses, contact information, date of birth, social security number, and other government IDs exposed to thieves. The bank offered 2 years of free identity theft protection services provided by Experian. I'm telling you, only what? They gonna offer that? Really? How you offering to protect something that I don't have now? How about you go do what you were supposed to do and protect the funds that I already had? Go get my funds back. I'm sorry. I said funds because you about to see what happens after this. But go get my data, man, and erase it from these. Come on now. But now I get identity theft services? But bro, that's literally like, hey, look, man. I know we got your business, we messed up we looted your business and we burned it down and yada yada, but we'll do security for the scrubbles, for the rubber. We'll do the security for you around the block. I got this rock right here. I got this debris right here. Yeah, we got you protected. What? Along with free identity theft services, Bank of America advised anyone receiving a letter about this breach to take several steps to safeguard their own safety. Those tips included checking for signs of fraud on banking statements and credit reports for the next 2 years, updating your contact information with the bank so they can alert you of any suspicious activity, and updating all account passwords to be at least 8 characters long. Bank of America officials added that choosing to use a multi-factor authentication can also enhance your safety. This security method sends you a private code to your personal devices or accounts, like your smartphone or email, which you need to enter before logging into your online bank accounts. Bank of America hasn't been the only member of the big 4 banks to get sloppy with customer data, although most of the incidents have taken place online. In June 2024, Citigroup announced that an unspecified number of customers had their credit card data hacked. The bank had already received a $136 million fine from U.S. regulators in 2020 for failing to fix data management issues. Sheesh. You would think they wouldn't want to pay that twice. In February 2024, JP Morgan Chase revealed that they were hit by a data breach that exposed their personal financial information for over 450,000 customer retirement plans. Now that's not, man. The breach reportedly stemmed from a software flaw that allowed cyber thieves access to the data. Chase customers using direct deposits were particularly affected by their bank routing, and account numbers were exposed in the incident. In 2016, Wells Fargo employees, under pressure to meet aggressive sales targets, opened millions of unauthorized bank and credit card accounts without customers' consent. The bank was ordered to pay $3 billion in fines as a result of the Department of Justice's investigation into the misuse of customer records. Okay, we got USAID for government waste, but what we got about mismanagement of data? We need one for that, for sure. I'm convinced, for sure. Like, what? Nah, this is insane. And I'm telling y'all, it gets even worse than this. Somebody woke up to this message right here on December 30th, right here. Bank of America has alerted customers to the data breach caused by documents handling error. As you see somebody on X posted, come on. Bank of America, data breach last year, and now I'm just now notified. How can customers protect themselves when you aren't notifying them as soon as it happens? Look at the info y'all allowed to get exposed: birth names, addresses, social security. Like, yeah, that's insane. Like, you really have that information today, but you're gonna tell us months? Like, all the way at the end of the year? This was in January 2023.
So many Bank of America customers are taking to social media right now. They're reporting that they woke up to money missing from their accounts. Well, BofA just posted this message to their app saying that it's because Zelle transactions made between January 14th and January 17th may be delayed or not posted altogether. They add that they're working on fixing this problem and that transactions will be posted as soon as possible and appear near account activity and balance. They apologize for the inconvenience, but all you have to do is search.
I don't want y'all that. You wake up with money missing in your account, not a good look. Somebody said Bank of America is the Southwest Airlines of banks. That's crazy. Now, this is not a funny video. I ain't laughing at nobody's pain, but that was definitely funny. Right here, this was an article posted February of 2024. Bank of America warns customers of data breach after vendor hack. This was in February 2024. Then right here, my personal and business Bank of America accounts were wiped to zero in this alleged cyber attack. This was October 2024. Y'all see this? Honestly, this is just a shame. It really is a shame. And that's why I'm happy about this right here. This moment right here was the moment, everybody who felt the weight of those data breaches when they seen President Trump actually say this, yeah, they was like, yeah.
And by the way, speaking of you, and you've done a fantastic job, but I hope you start opening your bank to conservatives, because many conservatives complain that the banks are not allowing them to do business within the bank, and that included a place called Bank of America. They don't take conservative business. And I don't know if the regulators mandated that because of Biden or what, but you and Jamie and everybody, I hope you're going to open your banks to conservatives, because what you're doing is wrong.
Mr. President, I'll say that your friend Gianni said hello, told me to tell you hello, and we look forward to sponsoring the World Cup when it comes, both this summer for the club and next year. So thank you for getting that for the United States.
And by the way, speaking of...
Yeah, Colin Rugg said the Biden era rules need to be changed immediately. Speaking of the Biden era rules, I learned about the choke point 1.0 and 2.0. FDIC Hold on, let me make sure I get this right. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporations, which is the FDIC, released documents confirming Operation Choke Point 2.0, where Biden regulators forced financial institutions to debank businesses they disagree with. Now listen, personal and business account get taken away. Alleged cyber attack after cyber attack. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and I'm not trying to die. I'm just showing y'all what I'm seeing.
For too long, bank regulators have followed a black box regulatory framework with little to no recourse. The FDIC, under President Trump's leadership, recently released never-before-seen supervisory documents which confirmed that Biden's Operation Choke Point 2.0 was real, despite assurances that these unacceptable practices would end following the Democrats' first Operation Choke Point 1.0. We are seeing an unfair playing field that results in disastrous consequences for legal businesses and law-abiding citizens. On one hand, if you were in the private sector and you do your job poorly, you would face consequences, reprimands, suspensions, or even being fired. But if you are within the walls of the federal government, such as a bank regulator, you will face no consequences for your actions, even if you pressure a bank to cut off services to digital asset firms, political figures, and conservative-aligned businesses and individuals. To me, that goes against the principles of fairness and market access.
Hey, go check on somebody today. You could be saving their life.